Welcome into Bon Appetit. We're going to get a little bit deeper into the keto diet because we have been cooking with the keto plan and we have been talking about the keto diet. So our intention is to educate you about this. And I love it because you are actually a credentialed dietitian, nutritionist, and Natalia, you are just amazing because you've done miracles using this.
That's right.
And Chef Michael, also we've had such fun cooking the keto meals with you. Amanda Spies, you also, God bless you and thank you. She is also a member of the reserves here at Maxwell and does an amazing job. So you wear a lot of hats.
That's right.
But I'm going to start off first. There is a cookbook here. And would you hold that up for us, please, Michael? The 30-day ketogenic cleanse. So we've taught you some things about it. We've cooked with it. If you want a resource to go to, this would be an interesting one. Where can we get the book?
You can actually order it on Amazon.
Okay.
That will be the easiest way to do
Okay.
it. But I call Maria Emmerich, the lady that wrote the book, the ketogenic cooking queen. I mean, she knows what she's doing when it comes to flavor and everything. I love everything from that book.
And now you did the 30-day.
I did.
Okay, and Michael, you did it also, right? Did
well,
you do that?
I kind of started because the family started it. And,
Okay.
To support your wife.
Yes,
That's
yes.
nice.
And so what I found in the process, and I've only been on it since the beginning of January, but what I found in the process is that the cravings that I had for sweet things have dissipated over time, where I don't crave them as much.
That would be amazing because you know what? We have talked about obesity. It is a problem. And Jack and I we're going to tackle that because we're not talking about how you look. We're talking about how you live and we're talking about your health. And we don't want to lose people simply because they're overweight. And if you can get rid of cravings for sugar, that is an amazing thing to do. And Amanda, you were saying that physiologically, actually, this is very good for diabetics?
Yes, ma'am. And part of the reason why is because this diet helps you to shed a lot of body fats, and so any significant drop in body weight is going to help improve the symptoms of diabetes, help to stabilize the blood sugars and reduce blood pressure, and just help to improve someone's life overall.
Just all the way around. And
Yes.
Jack and I were talking about too, if you take off 10 pounds, that makes an amazing difference for those of you who have problems with your knees. Even 10 pounds makes a difference.
It really does.
Too much weight is a killer. It's just a killer. So what is the best way to explain to us what foods are going to be the foods that are on a keto diet?
Okay, well, think instead about maybe what foods to have less of, because you can still have a lot of what you're used to having. So a lot of us have a real grain-heavy diet, and so that's the biggest change, really, is that grains are kept to a very minimum, but you still get to have all of the wonderful flavors of the different foods you love, from the meat groups to the dairies and the non-starchy vegetables.
Well, the avocados and nuts and
The
salmon.
good fats.
The good fats, that's
Okay.
right, the good fats.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And so we still get to have a steak occasionally, is that?
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's
what
okay.
a lot of people love about the keto diet, is you don't have to watch your fats. You can have more of those good tasting meats more often.
Well, that sounds good to me. Actually, I was thinking about this. If you had to take a look at it, the thing that fascinated me was how much people lose weight and how quickly it works on your body.
Yeah.
So if I chose to do that, the 30-day, what would I expect if I tried that?
I know a lot of people have had tremendous success with the 30-day cleanse. Some 10 pounds, some 24 pounds, 30 pounds. It all depends how well you stick to it, and also the amount of exercise you do as well. It helps as well. So.
Okay. Now, Michael, we were talking about the reduction of the cravings for sweet things. If you go off of this diet and you revert, then is that going to bring the cravings for the sweets back?
It likely would.
Probably.
Yes. And so that's something that you'd have to decide, you know, is coming off of the keto worth having to then go back on it and deal with the carb cravings and the sugar cravings again.
Okay.
And I suggest watching closely what triggers you to have cravings. Like even on a ketogenic diet, if you have the approved sweeteners like Swerve and other kind of sweeteners, it triggers some people to go back to their old eating habits. So I would watch that closely as well.
Okay. Now, if I choose to do this, can I do this within maybe a day a week or every now and then, just go back to just occasionally in moderation? Does that still work?
Well, what you'd have to consider is that that physiology that your body goes through changing to becoming a fat burner, you'd have to go through that process every single time you went back onto the keto.
And it takes what, like 3 to 5 days to get into the fat burning?
It can, yes.
Okay.
And so it's probably better to keep that to a minimum.
Okay. So you could do it every now and then, but not as a habit. Okay. Thank you so very much. And I hope that getting educated on this diet, being aware of the pros and cons is always your decision. And we're not advocating, we're educating. But we do advocate that you get healthy and you lose that weight. And we'll be right back with you. Thank you.